Hello. Today I'd like to talk about the amazing myrtle plant, otherwise known as lemon myrtle in the English language. And I'm currently residing in Oamaru, the beautiful place, aka people often know it as the land of Australia, while I am recording this vlog. And we have many varieties of myrtle plants here. Today I'm going to be focusing mostly on the lemon myrtle. Again, there's also a number of varieties of lemon myrtle, and I'll leave that research up to you. And probably a good opportunity for me to say I'm not a medical practitioner, so I'm not going to say that this plant will heal X, Y, Z. I'm just going to share that this plant may assist the human with particular ailments that I'm going to get into soon. Nor do I have the permission to share stories around and with this plant from the original peoples. I would recommend that you get in contact with your local mob if you are residing on these lands as well. And they may or may not share some stories with you about this plant. And again, that will also depend on whether that plant is growing in your area. Now, you may find this plant in a number of forms, predominantly usually in a tea form. You may even have access to the fresh plant itself. You may be able to grow it, again, using your own permaculture principles as to whether that is a good thing for your property that you reside on or not. You can find it in an essential oil form, and you may also be fortunate enough to find it in a tincture extract like form as well. Obviously, the more condensed form that you are engaging with, there is more of a chance of a reaction or an overdose. Again, I'd recommend using a universal, what do they call it, allergy test before consuming too much of this plant. And if you have children that might be consuming the plant, or you're pregnant or breastfeeding, all of those kinds of things, you may want to assess whether it's safe enough, or it's something that if you are going to consume, you'll be having it more, a few leaves in a tea. It's a much lower dosage of the plant. So to get right into it, probably the first thing I want to talk about in what it can or could or may relieve is stress and insomnia. Insomnia. I'm not sure why I'm having some really strange feelings about expressing that word today, but yes, stress and lack of sleep or lack of quality of sleep, this plant may assist with those. Next one I'll talk about is that it can be quite an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. And along with that, it can be really good for the sinuses. So when we're talking about sinuses, often we're talking about like the throat, the mouth, the nose, that whole area. Obviously it can extend beyond that. And yes, so things like bacterial infections, inflammation in the body, can be really good with assisting the body with healing that or going through that process of whatever it is it's trying to get out of you. Again, also can be good for a sore throat, connecting up with that sinus system there. So you've got quite an inflamed throat, it can be quite good to have a tea with that. It can also be really good for the skin in regards to acne and pimples. You may wish to make something that maybe you apply to your skin, or if you want a much a deeper healing with that, you may wish to consume the plant. And it's that sort of, philosophy of healing from within, and then it comes out through the skin. Excuse me, there's a flying plane crossing my property, the property I live on at the moment, so bear with me with that sound. Another ailment or system, should I say, that this plant can be really good to work with is the immune system. Now, I don't know if you've been living under a rock, and that's absolutely fine, but in the last few years, all of a sudden, people have taken a massive interest in their immune systems. And this beautiful plant known as the lemon myrtle can be really good for boosting that and strengthening the immune system. Also, lemon myrtle can be known as a good antioxidant. So there's a number of reasons as to why people may want to incorporate more antioxidants into their health, into their being, into their system. And so lemon myrtle can be a beautiful, gentle one for that. Another one, not necessarily focused on the health of the body, but the health of the environment that the body may be in. And that lemon myrtle can be quite good for things like odors in the home. So that could be maybe burning some of the plant that's been dried. Maybe it's in an essential oil and you're diffusing it through your home. It can just sort of help cleanse your home in the area that you're in, which may then also benefit the human mind, body, emotional state, spirit, etc., etc. And the last one that I want to mention is that lemon myrtle can actually be quite good to help with the treatment of insect bites. And nature's a funny thing. Often in parts of nature, there may be maybe an animal or a plant in which if the human engages with it, there is a sense of danger. You know, there could be something that occurs like an infection or a bite or a reaction to the person when they're engaging with that. And then often, not always, if the environment has been left reasonably untouched by the human, or if it has been engaged with by the human in a very interconnected and holistic way, there will also be a plant that would be nearby that may help with that ailment that the other plant or animal has potentially caused to the body. So yes, lemon myrtle can be really good for insect bites. Living in particular parts of Amaroo, you may find that you're susceptible to insect bites. And you may also find that lemon myrtle or many other plants are also growing nearby where those insects live, which is just a very interesting philosophy we could get into, but we're not going to in this vlog. So yes, you're also welcome to share any stories that you would like to, or that you have permission to do so, in the comment section down below. You're also welcome to contact me on the various social media platforms that are in the description box of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And I will see you in the next vlog.